We've been asked 5 things to get ready for spring. What would we get? First thing, frames. Frames are always needed. So they're available in packs like this, which are unassembled. Another option is getting done for you. Why not? So this is a frame made with plastic foundation but got a beeswax coating on, or the very popular wired frames with an Australian pure beeswax foundation. Spring is also known for swarming season. That's when your hive is expanding very, very rapidly. And to make sure you're prepared, because if you don't give them room, that's when swarming can potentially occur. Make sure you got a spare box or 2 handy to go on that hive with those frames. You can buy it assembled like this, or one of these amazing kits, which is effectively already unassembled, easy to attach, put together. So make sure those boxes are ready to go, because your bees will be. Number 3 is your personal protection, PPE equipment. You use day in, day out all the time when you're working away. Make sure there's no issues with that. The actual mask itself, whether it's a round veil or the fencing style or sheriff style, that there's no cracks or broken parts. Also on the sides as well. Sometimes it's slightly different fabric, so make sure there's no holes on that one. The stitching, make sure there's nothing actually breaking away as well. All stitching's looking good. The zips, make sure they are running nice and smooth. But again, on the fabric side, make sure there's no cuts as well. One of the things that tend to wear away a lot faster are the actual gloves themselves physically. So make sure the tips of the fingers, they are not worn away, because sometimes they get cracked. So maybe just double check your personal protection is really, really important. Number 4 is feeding your bees. Coming out of the winter can be a hard time for some of your bees. So making sure sometimes you need to give them a bit of helping hand with a bit of feeding. In this case, you use a feeder that tends to go inside the physical hive. A top-based feeder, something like this. Another alternative is using something like an inner cover or crown board with a hole in the center like this, and using a round rapid feeder like that, sits on top, or a square rapid feeder will be the case in that. The other way, as we talked about, is a internal based feeder, such as a frame based feeder. They're available in 1 frames or 2 frame sizes, and they can go straight in and right by replacing a few frames. Another frame type of feeders that you sometimes see around are these, which are the entrance feeders. These are a fantastic form of giving them a bit of water, but I wouldn't really recommend putting sugar syrup solution. If you're using these, you use these with straight water, great for those hot days. If you're going to put sugar syrup, use an internal based feeder, something like one of these. As the spring comes about, the temperature starts to rise, and sometimes so does the humidity, particularly on the east coast of Australia. Unfortunately, with that, so do the small hive beetles, so beware. First key thing is make sure your colony is really strong, and then if you do need a helping hand, then the trap system is maybe the way to go about it. So the beetle blasters are really one very popular model. These are disposable, just a little bit of oil on the bottom, and put that between the physical frame. If you want to be able to have something that's reusable, then this silver bullet is potentially a solution. Again, sits in the middle, or these little ones, which are the clear ones. They've got 3 zones in this case, a lure in the middle one, something like Vegemite or apple cider vinegar, and then standard vegetable oils on the outside ones. So again, these can be reused over again. If you want another method, is you get a beetle barn type ones. These simply are open up, and you put a lure or something boric acid in the middle, and that actually helps keep control of them. So that's only one way. But keep those numbers down. It's absolutely key for a really good, strong, healthy hive.